Namaste! Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Elle. I have a question for you. Are you planning to visit India? Before you travel, I have 5 essential items and documents you need before you visit India. So without further delay, let's get started with the video. So these are the most important documents and essential things you will need before even entering India. So the first and most obvious item is your passport. And the reason I mention this is because you must make sure there is 6 months minimum left on it from your date of entry into India. Otherwise, you may be refused travel, and that's the last thing you need. So the second and most important document you will need to enable you to enter India is a visa. So this is an e-visa, and you can find this at indianvisaonline.gov.in. If your country is not eligible for an e-visa, then you need to apply for a visa from visa offices like VFS, submitting your application in person. For e-visa, you will need to fill in all of your personal details online, including a photo of your passport ID and also a recent photo of yourself. Only just recently they allowed you to apply for your Indian e-visa online, whereas before, UK applicants would have to travel to the London embassy in person to obtain your visa, which was more time consuming. And also, who wants to travel into London? The traffic is a nightmare. By the way guys, I have some very exciting news. I have just applied for my Indian e-visa, as I am planning a trip to India very shortly. So if you're from India and watching me right now, come and say hi in the comments down below and tell me where you are from. I would love to hear from you all. Anyway, I applied for my visa this morning. It's Thursday the 30th of March, and they said I will get my visa processed within 72 hours, which is just 3 days. So let's see how long it takes. So I have an update on my visa, as it actually got processed the same day as I applied for it. That was so quick. And there's one important thing that you need to keep in mind, is that when you get your e-visa granted, you should have a printed copy of it with you at the time of travel, because they check it at the Delhi airport. And when you go through immigration check, once you arrive in India. Indian immigration also takes your biometrics on arrival. So the third item you'll need is travel insurance. So I just get mine from the local post office, unless you have a credit card that covers this already, but I don't use one myself. Some credit cards even give you lounge access at the airport, which is a bonus. So it's very important to get travel insurance, as it covers risks during travel, such as loss of passport and personal belonging cover, loss of checked-in baggage, etc. Having these risks covered ensures an additional layer of protection against financial loss. So make sure you are covered. And the fourth item is currency. So I'm going to change my money up at the airport in Delhi, as I cannot obtain Indian rupees here in the UK. You have to change up money once you have arrived in India. So I will probably change up about £500 in cash to last me for my 10-day trip. And I just remembered to tell you that I have just contacted both of my banks to to let them know I'm going away so that they don't block my card if I use it in India. If you don't let your bank know, then they may think there is a fraudulent activity going on with your card and will block it. Your bank will ask you the locations that you will be visiting when abroad, so they can recognise the transactions. So I decided, as well as taking £500 cash, I'll also take my 2 debit cards as a backup if needed. So the fifth and last most important thing you will need to have is vaccinations. I rang my local doctors for advice on where to get these done and what vaccinations I needed for my trip to India. They told me that there are certain chemists that only administer these vaccinations, and they told me the chemist I need is just 15 minutes drive. So I booked my appointment to have my jabs done. I was advised that I need to get these done 6 to 8 weeks before my trip. So the first jab I had done was a hepatitis A vaccination, and this cost £55. The second one I had done was a typhoid vaccination, which cost £35. And the third jab I had done was a tetanus vaccination, which also cost £35. So the total amount for these vaccinations was £125. I do highly recommend that you get all 3 vaccinations done on your visit to India to protect yourself from infections or serious illness. I just also want to say, do not drink any tap water at all out there. Only use bottled water from the supermarket. The last thing you want is a holiday stuck on the toilet, right? And on this matter, always stick to supermarket food that you know is safe to eat. Do not buy meat from any street vendors or raw fruit and vegetables, as they can also give you a bad tummy. So just to let you know, I booked my direct flight with Virgin Atlantic, and this was in economy class. This cost me £847. Included in this, I got a blanket, pillow, headphones for the journey. They provided free meals and drinks as well throughout the journey. I had a night flight from Heathrow, but I just could not sleep. So I watched a couple of horror films, which are my favourite. A couple more tips I will give you. When you arrive in India, if you have booked a taxi or someone is collecting you, make sure you wait at the pillar and not at the gate, as they do not let anyone except travellers into the airport. So you have to meet them outside on the road or pick-up points. You can also access Wi-Fi in the airport, but if you are an international passenger, you should contact the information desk for assistance or get a Wi-Fi coupon code from the Wi-Fi kiosks available at the airport. But it didn't actually work for me because the OTP code I received didn't work on my phone. You should get an India SIM card when you are settled, as you're a foreigner, and some local shops may charge you ridiculous amounts of money for a SIM card. But you should visit company stores like these. Most famous SIM companies are Airtel, VI, Reliance Jio. So you had better visit their stores. Also, as soon as you come outside of the airport in India, you will get many men come up to you and ask if you need a lift. Just say no and keep walking, as these guys are very persistent, unless of course you need one. It's best to have a lift arranged before you get there. Anyway, I think I have included everything you need to know for your trip to India. Please do let me know if I have left anything out or if you have a question. So guys, I'll see you in the next video where I tell you about my holiday to India and will let you know how I got on. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you loved this video, please hit like, comment and subscribe to our channel.